זה הסדר של ההצגה, סייבורג מציגה שנייה.
רגע.
אוקיי. מה באמת הלוז, כאילו, איך ה...
C-value ראשונה, varchot, operation, פיקי, סייבורג ופרזון.
סייבורג שלישית?
מי זה, ארז?
כן.
לא, כי דיברנו אתמול, עברנו על זה.
נכון, צודקת, תזכירי לי.
זה מופיע, זה כמו שזה מופיע בהזמנה ששלחנו במייל.
אוקיי, אבל זה משמאל לימין או מימין לשמאל הסדר?
רגע, סליחה שנייה. כולם יכולים להציג את המצגת, אין בעיה. כולם, כאילו, הגדרנו לכולם שכולם יכולים לשתף.
אני רואה שאני לא יכולה לשתף, אני לוחצת share screen אולי בגלל שאת משתפת עכשיו?
כן, אתה יכולה לשתף
סבבה.
Give me one moment. I am leaving the meeting because I see people is connecting to the Google Meet link. I'll come back to the meeting in a minute. Okay, I'll tell them to join this meeting.
Okay, great, Jody. We're waiting. ארז, אתה מוזמן לכתוב לי במייל, אוקיי? או בזה.
אוקיי, בסדר.
או פה בצ'אט, בפרטי. Hola, buenos días todos. Vamos a empezar en 2-3 minutitos.
Hola, buenos días.
Sí, correcto, perdona, Nueva, pero es que como en su momento les enviamos una invitación a través del Google Meet, he visto que hay 6 personas en Google Meet.
Yo estaba en el Meet también, a ver.
Sí. Todo bien.
Ahora, digo, es raro que sea yo el primero, digo, algo que está pasando aquí y ahora lo he visto el Zoom. Pero en la convocatoria de Low Look va el enlace del Meet, Albert. Sí,
Vale, ok. Ahora ha ido Jordi a comunicarlo. Pero lo gestionamos.
דורי, תסתכל על הוואטסאפ בבקשה. Ok, Albert, nos avisan cuando, no sé si todos, quién estamos esperando, entonces.
Sí, no, disculpa, dos minutos que ahora se
No, sí, no hay problema.
Unai, no sé cómo lo estás haciendo, pero tienes la cámara al revés. Es curioso verte.
Sí.
¿Pero qué está ocurriendo? No...
Estás upside down.
Sí, exacto.
Ya, voy a entrar otra vez. A ver.
we're waiting for 2 more people, right?
Yeah.
Or
Ahora sí estoy bien, ¿verdad?
sí, sí, no te vemos bien.
Ok.
Okay, Albert.
Well,
no?
maybe yeah, we can start, and then the others will join us in some minutes.
Okay.
I'll start in Spanish. Just
No,
for... Sorry?
voy a hablar también en español, así que y después te
Bueno,
invito.
aquí los miembros de la plataforma de innovación abierta son plurilingües, ¿verdad? y seguro que van a poder entender.
Bueno.
El inglés al menos. El hebreo creo que ya es más complicado. Pero bueno. Bienvenidos a todos. Esta es la primera sesión prevista que realizamos con el gobierno de Israel y con el objetivo de descubrir las principales startups en el entorno tecnológico y con el foco en esta ocasión en el retail tech. Como sabéis, Israel es uno de los principales polos mundiales en tecnología y en innovación y por ello considerábamos que era apropiado acercar ese ecosistema pues, a la plataforma de innovación abierta. Os agradecemos a todos vuestra participación y lo que es importante sobre todo es que sea una participación activa. Os agradeceremos que durante las presentaciones de las startups podáis intervenir, podáis preguntar todo aquello que necesitéis y si el idioma fuese un problema, tanto Noa como yo lo traduciremos, ¿de acuerdo? Que sepáis también que esta sesión se está grabando, que luego podréis compartirla internamente y también la compartiremos con algún miembro del equipo de la plataforma de innovación que no haya podido asistir. Y además lo completaremos con un report que preparamos de scouting de unas 35 startups que complementan las 6 que hoy veremos aquí. El objetivo de todo ello es que si identificáis oportunidades de colaboración, que nos lo hagáis saber porque os pondremos en contacto one-to-one para que podáis pues intentar llevar a cabo pues, proyectos colaborativos con las soluciones que vemos aquí. ¿Vale? Para terminar, thank you Noah and all the team and all the startups for being part of this. I would like to highlight the importance of this open innovation platform. It's the first time in the grocery and food service sector that leader companies work together in order to face some of the most relevant challenges of the sector. We bring together all the value chain with some of the most innovative retailers and brands. And even though some of them are even competitors, the truth is that all of them have a very collaborative mindset. And that's what makes them leaders. So thank you, all of you again. And Noah, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Just a minute. So I'll make it a little bit more official. Good morning and thank you for joining us today. Buenos días, estimados invitados. Voy a hablar un poco en inglés y luego un poco en español. My name is Noah Heinemann. I'm Director of the Economic and Trade Mission of the Israeli Ministry of Economy and Industry to Spain. Our team's main goal is to assist Israeli technologies to export and find partners, distributors, or integrators here in Spain. With the permission of the Israeli companies, I wish to use these few minutes to approach the Spanish companies and explain briefly what we do here in the economic mission to Spain. Quisiera aprovechar estos minutos para acercarme a las empresas españolas y explicarles brevemente lo que hacemos aquí. La misión económica y comercial de la Embajada de Israel en España tiene como principal objetivo promover y ayudar a las tecnologías israelíes aquí en España. Lo hacemos de diferentes maneras y la más relevante para ustedes es que ofrecemos a empresas españolas servicios de búsqueda en diferentes sectores y facilitamos encuentros personalizados con las empresas israelíes. Con respecto a las empresas que van a escuchar hoy, les animamos a que contacten a ECOC o a nosotros para que podamos facilitar encuentros y explorar nuevas oportunidades juntos. Asimismo, estaremos encantados de ayudarle con los seguimientos. Now back to English. So I wish to remind you that we will be happy to reply all questions at the end. Feel free to write in Spanish or English. I wish to take this opportunity to thank Albert and Glaril from ICOC for the great cooperation. Also, I wish to thank Moti Patriano and Dori Lamdan from the Israeli Expert Institute, as well as Ms. Veronica Lord from our team here in Spain. Unfortunately, Mr. Patriano is sick this morning, but luckily Ms. Yasmin Elad, who is co-founder and head of business development at the Retail Innovation Club, will replace him by giving an overview of the Israeli sector. Finally, I want to thank the Israeli companies for taking the time and joining us this morning. I wish us all fruitful cooperation. Thank you, gracias, y toda. And now I wish to invite Ms. Yasmin Elad. Yasmin, are you with us?
Yes, hello.
Great.
Buenos dias. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you, Noah, for the introduction. I can spell my name, Jasmin, as you probably pronounce it, right? So in Hebrew, it's Yasmin, but feel free to use whatever you would like. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, but it's not full screen. Do you want to make it full screen?
And now, can you see the first slide?
Yes, but it's not full screen. We see also the other slides on the side. Maybe
I'll just do like this because it always does problems.
Okay.
Is that good enough?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So yes, I'll be replacing Moti today. Is a colleague of mine. My name is Yasmin Elad. I'm head of business development at the Retail Innovation Club. And a quick introduction about the Retail Innovation Club. We were founded actually by the retail industry here in Israel. After like 5 years ago, when working in a big commercial real estate company here in Israel, we started receiving a lot of knocks on our doors from retail tech startups, which actually no one really understood there is such a thing, retail tech startups. And they were asking us, would you like to innovate together? Can we do a POC? Maybe you would like to invest in our company. And soon enough, we understood that there is something happening here. And quickly enough, as Israel, as you know, is actually leading the whole industry with their startups, with our startups, quickly, like little mushrooms, so many startups started to evolve and to give really relevant solutions to global brands and to retail huge problems. And so today, when we try to understand what was happening, so today we already have a good answer, and this could be like the best answer to what made the industry go so fast forward. The retail industry is known to be, it's not a techie industry. It's, it's even a compliment to say it's techie. It's old fashioned and that's okay. But then came a new company, which we all know, called Amazon, and started battling together with a very well-known US company, Walmart. And this battle created a new landscape that's pretty amazing to understand. Because if we look at Amazon, and we try to think, what are they bringing to their customers? So we can see that they they know very well their customers. They know how to create the best customer journey. They know how to do dynamic pricing. They can change every second the price in their website. They can deliver even in 1 hour delivery. So that made the industry pretty much to shake, and it had to evolve. And this evolvement really led to a lot of startups being created and trying to answer the big problems of the retail industry. So you can see in this slide, we have like two areas. When on one side, we can see the leading brands. So this is an example for really global, for leading brands here in Israel. And you can also find here some global brands who are searching for technologies. And on the other side, you can see that we have today more than 400 retail tech startups only coming from Israel. And so 400, it's a lot. If you compare it to cyber or to other categories, it's not huge, but it is a lot. And in order to find our hands and feet over there, we try to look at those startups in 4 main categories. The first one will be logistics. All the startups that have a solution that has to do with warehousing or last mile delivery, optimization of deliveries. The second one will be the category of the in-store, everything that is happening inside of the stores. A better customer experience, smart shelves, self-checkout solutions, smart mirrors. There is so much to do inside of the stores. The third category will be everything that has to do with online shopping. So clearly everything that has to do with marketing, with loyalty programs, with dynamic pricing, with a better customer journey. And the fourth category will be analytics. The thing is that we have today a lot of data. What do we do with that data? How do we use it in order to progress? How do we optimize, and how do we predict? So inside of those 4 categories, we can find a lot of relevant startups. And I thought today it will be very important for me to try to explain that the way that we try to think about technology is not to be consumed after the tech itself. For example, augmented reality, it's an amazing technology, or face recognition or machine learning. But the thing that we believe that we need to ask ourselves as retailers when you wake up at morning is not, okay, what kind of technology I want to implement? I need to ask myself a very, very specific questions. What are the problems that I'm trying to solve? Where are the places I want to go to? What kind of experience, new opportunities I want to bring to my clients? And then when you have those questions, you can find relevant answers in technology. And we are also working with the startups to make them understand that it's not about the technology, it's about the right solution. And at the end of the day, if we're talking about retail tech startups, we are always looking at startups that are solving retail problems. So let's take, for example, robotics here that we can see on the slides. So how can we use robotics to have a better last mile delivery operation, for example? Or if you want to create a better customer experience, we will need to use, for example, face recognition technology in order to see who are the people that are entering our stores. So as I said, fast forward today, we are really in a hype here in Israel, and there are so many fruitful startups that are working with global brands. And we see all the times that startups are being acquired or being investment by leading companies. And so I thought to bring you some nice examples. The first one, does anyone know whose companies is this story is? Anyone recognize? I know there are some grocery companies here. So this is actually GetGo, is the self-checkout first store in London of Tesco, which you are all aware of Tesco, I'm sure. So the technology behind GetGo is an Israeli company called Trigo, which is an amazing company, raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and they brought the option, the possibility to open a self-checkout grocery store in the heart of London together with Tesco, using face recognition technology. They have cameras that they can see and understand what people are taking, what are they using, and the customer doesn't need to go through the cashier. And if we'll go back and remember my second slide of the Walmart and Amazon battle, so you are, of course, well aware of Amazon Go. Amazon Go, it was the first self-checkout store for Amazon that they brought, and they created a standard that there is something that is called self-checkout, which no one thought about and no one spoke about. And then came the startups and understood there is an option here. There is a potential to create something amazing for other grocery stores with the technology that we have here in Israel. Noah, let me know if I'm out of time, because I know we started a bit late. If you want me to run faster, let me know, just ping me. So here's another great example of Gap. Gap had acquired an Israeli company called CB4. So if we spoke before about in-store with self-checkout, is here you can see what can be done inside of the store. CB4 actually optimized retail operation, enhancing customers' experience. Gap understood the potential that they bring and then decided to buy them. And today it's a very successful collaboration. Another great example, if we are going from in-store up to the online, so Walmart has acquired an Israeli company called Zikit that was founded by an entrepreneur founder that it's actually a she was in the military, and she brought the knowledge that she had there on 3D maps and created 3D maps on real people. And her technology was acquired by Walmart, the giant Walmart, who found interest in what she does and creating virtual clothing try-on. And the last example for today, which I think it's interesting, is a company called Fabric. Fabric, actually, it's a company that if you visit Israel, you can come and actually really see those robots working. They are working on last mile delivery, and they optimize the last mile delivery by using automated robots that can go throughout the warehouse and find exactly what is needed, and created a very small basket that can be delivered very, very fast. So again, it's the same battle with Amazon that already do today 1 hour delivery. So if I need to conclude, this is a nice example where you can see the retail tech map here in Israel. We created it, the last version was in June. So maybe some of the companies you will meet today, you won't even see here yet, because there are so many companies all the time evolving and being created. And the thing that is important to understand, that the companies here are already working with global brands, giving solution to an amazing brands that need their help to go forward with technology. So if you do visit here and arrive to Israel, and I hope that you will, and come to meet Noah and her team and Moti, you have an opportunity to experience and really meet the successful industry here, successful startups. You can engage with them. You can see really what they're doing. And of course, network with top-notch entrepreneurs that already had a lot of success and understand the business, the options, the potential. And I believe you can have a great value here. So with that, I will finish, and I'll leave you to some great startups that came here to present you today. I'm sure you're in good hands, and enjoy. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Yasmin. It was great. I wish to start now by inviting the first Israeli company. We'll have 6 Israeli companies presenting to us today. So Benny, are you with us from C-Value Company?
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can also
Do you see my screen as well?
Yes, it's not full screen though. Now it's full screen, great.
So hi everyone, thank you for inviting me to this exciting event. My name is Benny, I'm the founder and CEO of C-Value. C-Value is an 8 years old company. We've been established and founded actually to focus on what we call the high frequency retailing. Those are grocery, drugs, and specialty retailers. What's common to all these retailers that they have on one hand hundreds of suppliers or even thousands of suppliers, and on the other hand millions of customers. And in order for those retailers to really be successful in the market with high profitability, there is an essential need for collaboration between the retailers and the suppliers, and the purpose of that collaboration is actually to focus on the customer needs. Before founding C-Value, I was Global Vice President in SAP, and I realized that there is a wide space in the market for such a collaborative platform. And since then, we got also Gartner Cool Vendor to be the first AI-based, cloud-based solution in the market that is built from day one to deliver software as a service solution, self-serve solution, automated, in order to help retailer actually to deal with the main challenge of retailers today, and that is the profitability paradox. Many retailers like you are actually growing their revenue post the corona. However, their profitability is being challenged. Customers are having a lot of choices with the proliferation of the digital channels, so they can decide what to buy, in what channel, and with which retailer. They can compare prices, and actually the good can come to their home at the time that they ask for. And that created increase the cost of service for all the retailers, and that the main reason for the profitability paradox. And now retailers like you that are looking to elevate the profitability pressure obviously are looking on opportunities for new revenue stream. And one of the, or even the single most relevant one for dealing with that profitability paradox is known as data and media monetization. You retailers like you, and I'm sure yourself, are collecting a lot of data on customers over the time. It's known as first-party data. That data can be monetized with your suppliers and business partners and create a new revenue stream for you. You also created a lot of digital touch point with the customer, and that digital touch point can be leveraged in order to create media monetization. This is an opportunity for your suppliers and brands to advertise in a very effective and with a high return for them and for you. It's actually a data and media monetization. So what we do, we provide, you are actually the main customer. We provide our solution to the retailer. We help retailers like you to monetize their data and media. The retailers can actually share insights with the brands for a subscription fee. This is the data monetization. The insights can be leveraged by the brands, and firstly to optimize their trade and marketing budgets, and then to nominate and offers and advertisement. And once those offer and advertisement are being approved by the retailer, it will be delivered to the consumer in a highly personalized manner at the right time and at the right place. So this is why we call our solution a win-win-win solution. It's a win for retailer, data and media monetization. It's a win for the brand to optimize their trade and marketing budget. And obviously it's a win for the consumer because they get the offers that they like at the right time. Our solution is built of 3 components. The first component is once we get the data for you in a constant way of updates. Okay, it could be a daily or even real time. We provide a set of insights that can help the retailer to rationalize their assortment on promotion, and also on top of it to create data monetization business through our collaborative platform. Then the insights about the customer can be leveraged through our AI to create omni-channel personalized experience across all the digital funnel, and that is also funded by the suppliers. All the offers are being funded actually by the supplier, and this is also known as owned media monetization. And lastly, with the emergence of the retail media, now it's not just about couponing and promotion, it's also about advertisement in the owned media of the retailer, be it the e-commerce, but also on the paid media, meaning going, or external media, going to Facebook with advertisements that are funded by the brands and delivered by the retailer through our platform. So this is the external media or the paid media monetization. The input to our system is everything that you know about the customer, the sales transaction, the product catalog, and then that is the input is being leveraged to create insights and data monetization. But when we extend to owned media and paid media monetization, this is where we need to, and we actually interface with all the communication channel that you have created in order to, so to speak, talk to your customers. It could be through marketing automation or directly to the POS and email, and through the retail media network that you are building or will be building, you will be building in the future. Since inception, we have been working with 15 big retailers like you around the globe. So we have Sephora, and I will talk about Sephora in almost 20 countries. We are working with Sephora is a cosmetic company, of course. We have Rema 1000, which is a grocery. We have Fresh Direct, which is Ahold in the US. And all those retailers are actually monetizing their data and media with more than 120 global brands, serving more than 80 million consumers on a day-to-day basis. So for example, Sephora, they use our system for insight sharing with the brands in order to create data monetization opportunity. They are a customer for C-value for almost more than five years. Co-op in Italy, they leverage our retail analytics in order to improve their assortment and promotion, and most importantly, the performance of their private label. They are actually built of 7 affiliates, and we have the unique capability to consolidate all the data from all different affiliates into one platform.
Benny, I believe we need to wrap up, so please.
Yeah, and Rema, last but not least, they are using our solution for the owned media and paid media monetization with the supplier. So why C-value? we are 8 weeks to value. I mean, we build our system as a technology platform. We are fast time to value, self-serve. It's your team using the solution. It's not a service model. And our ability to scale to the size of your business is built in the system. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wish to invite now Mr. Yaron Nemeth from Varcode.
Well, I would say that if there is anyone that has any question or how do you want to proceed? At the end?
No, at the end. Only
all
at
right,
the end.
all right.
Okay, because one question to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We
all
have
right.
6 companies we want to see today. Thank you.
Good.
So.
Good morning, everyone. Do you see my screen?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so Varcode, we have a smart data solution. We are empowering a safer and more sustainable global supply chain for food and pharmaceuticals. So, okay, so the challenge is very clear. Approximately 30% of food each year ends up rotting due to poor transportation, which brings us to a loss of around $1 trillion US. Approximately 40% of food losses occur at the retail consumer level. And approximately 11% of unit loads arriving to a distribution center have some level of damage. So Varcode is here in order to offer an easy, low-cost cold chain monitoring solution by gathering digital data through a non-electronic device. We enhance the logistic process in order to get more out of your current investment. So our solution is cost-effective. It's a next-generation technology. It gives you actionable digitized data, and it's extremely operational easy. Let's go a little bit into the detail of our solution. So Varcode is offering a smart tag. You can see it in my camera. This is a tag. This tag records and stores temperature information across the logistic process, across the cold chain. Then this tag is being scanned. This tag is a barcode, so it can be scanned by any barcodes imager, including smartphone. And then we have the analytics in order to get the information regarding our cold chain. So the smart tag is a dynamic barcode that tracks temperature changes over time. The smart tag gathers data along your product journey. That data is digitally stored at the point of scan. So every time that we are scanning it, the information regarding the temperature information, including location, including who scans it, goes into the cloud. So the heart of our technology, those are those smart tags. So actually it's some kind of a digital IoT device that dynamically changes. So unlike a standard barcode, which always will have the same information, this barcode will be changed according to time and temperature. You can put it on every product. You can put it on a finished goods. You can have it on packaging. You can have on every product that you want. And you can scan it by industrial barcode scanner, including smartphones. The scanning devices is the commercial scanners, or you can download a web application, but also you can use a HTML-based mobile application where you do not need to download anything to your phone. So actually you, by scanning it using your QR code camera on your phone, you're getting the information. So no new hardware is needed. The analytics is based on a cloud-based, blockchain-enabled, fully secured data storage management platform. And it's created dashboard that integrates tracking, weather, and additional information. So every time that the tag is being scanned, we are getting the information who scanned it, what was scanned, where it was scanned, and what the temperature information. This brings us to a dashboarding reporting system, which gives us the complete journey of our product, including the ability to track where we have problems within our cold chain. So the idea that the tag is being applied at the beginning of the journey, and then it's being scanned in every transfer point, when it leaves the factory, when it's arrived to the distribution center, when it leaves the distribution center, when it goes to the retailer, and it can be used also for home delivery products. So because of its low cost and ease of use, it's like any standard barcode, and the price is approximately 90% less than any other solution, it enables you to use on a home delivery and other uses when temperature monitoring is critical. The use of those products is in the manufacturing and production logistics, in fresh produce and frozen distribution logistics, inbound and outbound analytics, and food and beverage home delivery, because the customer can scan it, or the shipper can scan it just by having a smartphone. The key features of our technology, which is innovative, it's the smart tag, combines time and temperature with track and trace information and additional and actionable data, which means when you are getting a delivery and you are scanning it, you can get, and it's embedded in our data system, whether you want, what to do with that, to accept it, to reject it, to sell it fast because it was exposed to temperature abuse. And this is a unique information. Barcode has approximately 100 patents on that technology. It's a cost-effective. It's approximately 90% less than any other temperature monitoring solution. It has a last mile visibility because of its ease of use, that it can be scanned by any barcode scanner, including smartphone. It can be used for a last mile. It's a next generation technology, which gives you a measurable customer benefits beyond what incumbents provide today. And as I mentioned before, it's operationally easy. There is no batteries. It can last for years. You can monitor for product for few months or even 2 years without any investment in batteries or additional equipment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yaron. Now I wish to invite Mr. Liron Suissa from Operation.
Yes. No, I just, oh yes, okay. Hi, good morning everybody. Buenos dias. Thank you for your time. I will showing you our presentation in a moment. Do you see my screen?
Yes. I'm not
yes.
sure I see you though. We don't see you. We see just the L.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna introduce you to Operation. Operation is our company that was founded 3 years ago. The company is working already for almost a year in the Israeli market and in the US. And we're working with big brands especially in hospitality and also retail. Our main investors are two VCs, that American VC and Japanese VC, that helps us just doing this amazing journey. So the operation was founded basically from the ground, because we understood that there's a huge problem, a problem that task-intensive businesses, just like fast food chains, restaurants, retails, hotels, and all kind of businesses that contains physical business, physical tasks, just don't have the solution like all the others. And I will explain. We know that the biggest pains of physical businesses are, first of all, micromanagement, that managers just waste a lot of time just to make sure that their employees just did all their tasks. We know that a lot of tasks are falling through the cracks and not happening on time, and hidden unemployment of employees that we don't exactly know what are they doing at the specific time. We know that these physical businesses are paying a huge cost for because they're handling not in the right way. They're just putting out fires all the time, and they lost a lot of money because these businesses are operational businesses, and as long as they're not handled quite good enough, they're losing just money. Our solution just serves as a smart operating platform that serves as a communication network for operating needs. We are actually talking about businesses that their employees are no email users, just like all the others, enterprises or factories or businesses that can connect with their employees through email. So our businesses are, most of them, the employees are not using their email. So our solution is, our software is basically map all the main tasks that the business just needs. We are talking about daily tasks, maintenance tasks, and we put everything in a smart digital platform that just helps you manage and control all the tasks and all the employees in one specific place. Basically, what you get when you are working with the operation is a new digital company playbook that just contains all the tasks and all the employees and everything you need in order to connect with your employees and to make sure that all the tasks are just being done. So you get a command and control center, just like a manager's dashboard. It just helps you understand online about each and every employee and each and every task that needs to be done. And it's a communication network that just serves as a chat, as a specific professional chat, in order not to work with chats, with private chats like Messenger or WhatsApp or things like that. So you get the full visibility, and of course it's an app that just works for each and every employee from his own mobile phone. And of course there's a dashboard for the managers in PC. And our main values are, first of all, that you eliminate the employees' independence, like you get all the knowledge to the system and you are not dependent on the knowledge that is in the employees' hands. Of course, you get the playbook and it just helps you growth, because you can allow businesses to grow and expand easily if you're doing it in franchise, or just if you're building more branches. You improve the maintenance and the employee efficiency with huge savings just from day one using the system. And of course, reduction of fines and regulations, because you put everything inside and things are not just falling through the cracks and happening on time. We know that these businesses are operational businesses, and this is the key to the true success. And this is what operation is for. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now quickly, Mr. Omer Shmueli, please.
Hi, everybody. Hi, thank you very much for inviting us. My name is Omer Shmueli. I'm the CEO and one of the 3 co-founders of Piki. Our product is the next generation wearable device. It's designated for e-commerce and logistics centers and also in grocery ordering. And our main challenge and what we're addressing is the human factor, which is involved in manual picking. And what we do is decrease the picking time per item, reduce picking errors, and on top of that, we can provide very valuable data, including documenting the entire text. So let's see what is actually the hand vision. The hand vision starts with a smart wristband with a camera located on the wrist of the user and directed to the palm. And from this position, we can see all items, actions, and places, which is the main and major data provided from the hand perspective during the manual picking. And actually we bring intelligence to the fingertips of the user and the operator. So what we can see here that in single action, when we just touch an item, we can automatically scan the item, the barcode or the QR, and therefore identify the item. And we know that the item is actually picked from the hand perspective. So there's no question whether the item was scanned but not picked at all. And on top of that, we see that the position of the item, it starts with the shelf and ends in a shopping cart or a pallet. And of course, if there is a multi-cart or multitask to do with during the picking session, then we can see everything from the hand perspective. When we go to the groceries, it's not only identifying items through barcode or through QR, we can actually identify the items through the image itself. And there is a very valuable data that can be generated from this perspective. Of course, we see the inventory of the store, we just see the planogram, we see where the item is put, if there is a multi-cart picking session. So there's no question whether it was delivered to customer A or B, and we save a lot of time during this picking session. So actually what we do is replace what we call the traditional scanner, but it's, of course, it's an advanced device backed with the AI and computer vision. It's comprising of the source of the data, which is the wristband, through a backend and then integrated to the store, to the WMS or to the POS. It's very cost effective because we are focused on the user only. We don't have to cover the entire site on the entire store with a lot of cameras and sensors, because all the data is generated from the hands of the users, and actually all the actions, the physical actions, are made with the hands. So if we can cover the hands, we know the entire operation within the site, the store, or the warehouse. It's very flexible to deploy. We don't need, we cover the entire site, no matter what size of site, and also we can work inside and off-site. Again, we do not depend on any fixed installations. So what we address is the human factor, which involves the major pains, I think, in manual picking. First, in accuracy. The one problem is scanning an item and taking another item, taking different number of items, not scanning an item and taking it. All these inaccuracies cause about 1 to 3% in terms of the task in the warehouse or the store. We can identify the placement of the item, and so there's no question whether it was delivered or not. And all of this data, we can provide real-time alerts, so we don't catch this error after the delivery or after the picking session, but during the picking session, we can provide all these alerts. In terms of efficiency, it's all done with free hands, single action to pick the item and to scan it, and a lot of data. The data is available from the hands. It's very easy to generate the data, so we can document everything, and we can have a very valuable metrics about the performance within the store. So you may ask, okay, why human where there are robots? But the answer for that is robotic solutions are very expensive. They're effective on large sites, not on small or medium sites. And also the human are always involved. And what we see in pictures for robots are only segments of this operation, but the entire logistics chain also is covered with human. While our solution is very cost effective, it covers the entire site. It's effective on any size of sites, whether it's small or medium or local site. It's an end-to-end solution. And of course, we can work off-site. So instead of telling human, go away and take robots, let's take the hand vision, which actually digitize the entire cycle. It's more accurate, and more efficient for the logistic chain. And it's also when we focus on the groceries and especially on the ultra-fast delivery, then our smart reason may come into effect more effective, because we need to document the cycle. We're talking about few minutes between picking items and to deliver. So there's always a question about missing items and customer complaints. Whereas there is documentation, this question actually is redundant. It's more efficient because we just take an item, and during taking this item, it automatically identified and scanned, and we can match between what was scanning the item and the item which was actually picked, and we see whether it's put to the right basket, and then there's no question of delivering items to the wrong customer. So in ultra fast delivery, documentation efficiency and accuracy are much more important. And of course, because these are very local, small, medium warehouses, then humans are there to stay and to keep the picking session there. We are in cooperation with leading worldwide manufacturing scanners with Zebra Technologies and Newland. This device which I'm wearing, this is our model now. It's a Newland wearable with a camera here on this position, seeing every action which I do. We are backed by a Japanese VC called Samurai Incubate, and also we graduated in one of the leading accelerator programs in Israel in logistics of quantum, and we're part of NVIDIA Inception. Our product now is in position of pilots. We have some pilots in Israel, in TPS, in the e-commerce. There's also one in the United States in the TPL, and more to go. Actually, every customer will present our hand vision, which is revolutionizing the entire picking, whether in warehouses and in groceries, actually interested in our solution. So to recap and summarize everything. So we go to the major pains where involve the human factor, which is the efficiency, accuracy, and compliance or documentation of actions. We generate a lot of data. This data generated automatically just from actions of the users. We have a real-time performance supervisions, and of course, these metrics can be analyzed for a better performance and better management of the site. It's very flexible deployments. It goes to the user and not to the site, and then we can go on every site and of course off-site. And it's a cutting-edge technology. This is the pure AIDC, automatic identification data capture, because we can automatically get a lot of data, and this data is very, very valuable for all this in this logistics chain. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Omer. And now I wish to invite Erez Gur from Cyborg. You're muted. Erez, you're muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Cyborg is unmanned shop technology. Let's speak about the main problem. And this is my storytelling. Once upon a time, there was a milkman. He was tired of his job and quit. This is why you can't find today milkmen. But consumers still needed to consume their milk in another way. When do you think those employed in the retail industry will get tired of their job and quit? And consumers will consume mostly from unmanned shops. Of course, we think it's a matter of, it's actually a matter of years. And this is how our solution is work.
The shopping experience of the future is here. Q.
The cashier-free stores.
Welcome, Danielle. Thanks for your visit. Enjoy your shopping.
Annoying lines? Advance to Q. Shop whenever you want. No wallet? Q is open. Enjoy a shopping experience in the autonomous stores with no human resources. With Q Market, Q Farm, Q Cafe, Q Health Food, and Q Deli. Come see how it works with the Cyborg technology. To register, just provide your name, cell phone number, credit card information, and fingerprint, which are saved in a secure database. Your fingerprint will provide entry to the store and access to the products. The smart shelves detect that a product was taken. Stock is often replenished, and the shopping cart is available for viewing at any time. Changed your mind? The product will be removed from the shopping cart as soon as it's returned to the shelf. The world's first system that enables the lawful sale of alcohol and identifies the user's age. Exit after shopping is also done by fingerprint, and the bill is texted directly to your cell phone. Join the innovative and speedy shopping experience. No lines, no wallet at any time. Q, cashier-free stores, take and go.
I'm sorry. So actually, we invite you to be ready for this era. Why we are different than other solutions, and why Cyborg is the first to introduce real autonomous store technology. Because we do not replace cashiers with security personnel and inspectors in front of cameras who will repair customers' cards. If you will thoroughly check Amazon Go solution, you will find that they don't save manpower. They have excessive manpower on each shop. You can find this data in their reports. Amazon Go said in 2017 that they will have in 3 years 3,000 shops, and now they have only 30 shops. Amazon Go and the other solution based on cameras, only cameras, is not really working because they are not save manpower. So we invite you to order a shop and to try our solution and to be ready to the era that the employees, the cashiers, will not come to their shift anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, Erez. And last one, Mr. Eduardo from Pearzone.
Hello.
Yes, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great, you can share the screen.
Sure. Hi, buenos dias, good morning, everyone. My name is Eduardo Borochin. I'm running the sales and business development at Pearzone. Pearzone AI, we aim to convert in-store customers to omni-channel shoppers. This is a very big challenge, but it's a challenge that we have been doing for the past 2 years. A little bit about the company. The company was founded in February 2020. And within 2 years, we managed to achieve over 50 customers across Europe, Latin America, and US. We have operations today in Israel. We have operations in the United States. We have operations in Latin America, Brazil, and Mexico, and obviously in Europe. And the target verticals that we are approaching are obviously apparel and fashion, supermarket, consumer electronics, DIY, any company with a digital strategy in the physical presence, it's someone that we can add value. Today, Person, it's a data intelligence solution for physical retailers. And we are trying to resolve three main problems. The first one, despite the huge investments in e-commerce that we've seen in the past 20 years, and despite this huge digital transformation that has been triggered by the pandemic, what we've seen that before or post-pandemic, 86% of more of retail sales still take place in the physical shops. It means that across the board, across the regions, consumers, they still want to have the in-store experience. And yet, retailers, they're not able to use this in-store data in order to understand their customers. And therefore, there are huge financial opportunities that are being lost because of this 86% of transactional data not being used. First, for loyalty customers, and secondly, for anonymous customers, which is yet a huge challenge for physical retailers. Problem number two, physical retailers, they have been spending a huge amount of money on social media for digital marketing. We've seen customers spending $30,000 per month, $50,000, $100,000 per month in Facebook, and they cannot measure the return of the investment of a digital campaign in the physical shop. This is a big black hole, and it's causing huge problems for retailers because marketeers, they must be measured, and they are thirsty for it. They must be able to measure their omni-channel marketing performance. So when we are talking about in-store ROAS, it's about, if I'm going to invest money in the social media, I want to make sure that I know in real time what's the return of the investment. And today is just not measured. And shortly, I'm going to show you some screenshots of what is happening today in the retail world because of that, and how Person can address this problem. Problem number three, it's very important that we start looking at omni-channel performance marketing. Today, there is a huge defragmentation in the retail platforms. The physical store doesn't know what e-commerce has done. It doesn't know what the application has done. So if I went to a store today and I bought a product, and tomorrow I'm going to the e-commerce, the recommendation engine doesn't even know that I went to store a few days ago. This is one problem. So consumers in Europe especially are very tired of inconsistent and inaccurate online recommendations, because it seems to me that the retailers, they're struggling to put all this data together. Second problem is not because I went to a drugstore to buy a product that tomorrow I need to be bombarded with SMS or emails offering me anything. So customers are tired of being bombarded by irrelevant and inaccurate advertisement. So Person is strategically positioned to address these three problems. That's how we are going to address that. The first thing, that when we start to work with a retailer, we connect with the point of sale, we connect with the loyalty platform, we connect with the application, we connect to e-commerce. We are creating this online to offline conversion. We're collecting data from different places, different channels. We're creating this unified customer profile, the mini CDP specialized for retailer. We are understanding the customer behavior in e-commerce, in the physical shop, across different channels. Just once we understand that, we have a full picture of who the customer is and how they behave based on their transactional data, and we can understand their behavioral insights. Now we can start looking for lookalikes, for similar people. Let's look for aggregated patterns of behavior. Let Person system create smart audience based on first-party data. And then we are going to have campaigns done via marketing automation, via social media, that are going to convert and engage, and are going really to increase these revenues. Okay, so just for you to have an idea, and this is a very simple, these are campaigns of a fashion retailer that were done via Facebook. Each of these lines, it's a digital campaign. You can see that, for example, retailers are spending $35,000, and just to bring just 40 people to the store to spend $5,000 didn't even cover the amount spent. So this kind of information, in-store purchase amount, of a digital campaign in Facebook is just doesn't exist at all. And this is what Person is bringing to the table. Look at how much money this retailer is spending to bring a customer to the shop, $600 to bring a customer to the shop via Facebook campaign. And now, once you implement Person, once you allow Person to collect data, to identify the customers, to create patterns of behavior, what you can see here throughout the rows, it's a huge increase with, for example, for $25,000 budget in Facebook, you bring 5,000 people and $600,000. This is a huge improvement. We cannot even measure it. So today is from non-measurement to huge increase in conversions, in sales, in traffic. Another view that we can give to the customer, and this is the result of a digital campaign in Facebook in the physical shop. I can tell from which line of products, which category of products, which age and which gender of people did work the campaigns and did not work. And then we can start measuring. This is the real picture of how customers are behaving because of a campaign in store. And it's not only about targeting, it's also about retargeting. It's about creating profiles of customers, about understanding their behavior. And that's why Person, within 2 years, has managed to reach so many customers across the globe. And I welcome the opportunity to do you a comprehensive demo in the second stage. Just a little bit about the team. Galit and Oded, they founded the company. They come with long-standing experience in retail and data. I'm running the sales and business development. I came from major corporates like Mellanox and NVIDIA and Amdocs. So what we are trying to achieve here is to bring this huge value to physical retailers. And not only commerce deserves attention, but physical retailers, they deserve as well. Thank you very much. And my details are enclosed and I welcome any questions.
Thank you very much, Eduardo. Now, if there are any questions, you can write, you can feel free to ask. I'm referring from the Spanish side.
Well, thank you so much for your presentations. All of them were very clear. And bueno, os animo a que nos trasladéis alguna pregunta para las startups, aunque dispondréis de la información de su contacto para que podáis hablar directamente con ellos, pues bueno, ya que están aquí, si tenéis algún tema que os haya surgido alguna duda. Es verdad que hemos visto muchas startups y ahora hay que hacer un poco de memoria, pero sí que os agradeceremos que compartáis con nosotros vuestros comentarios. Así que os damos unos segundos para ver quién es el primero que se lanza y si no, pues os señalaremos a dedo.
Hi, good morning all. May I make a question?
Yeah, sure.
Good morning. Thank you very much for your presentation. All of them were excellent. The question goes to Barcode, please. I have two very brief questions. The first one is, which kind of data is captured from the tag? I mean, if you have a paper tag with barcodes, we assume that somehow the tag should record the evolution of the temperature. So how do you do that to recap this information without changing hardware and software? And the second question is if it is designed for a closed loop use, or could we use it in a pilot between companies in order to track this temperature and avoid waste between manufacturers and retailers? Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. The barcode label, actually, it's each barcode has a unique code, and we have done one digit that reflects the quality code of the logistics. So each and every tag is designed to monitor a specific product or specific temperature threshold. For example, if you're using it for meat, 4 degrees centigrade, or for fish, 3 degrees centigrade, or -18. So we have plenty of models. And when temperature goes above this threshold, for approximately X amount of time, the quality code is being changed. And you can have up to 5 different quality codes. So when you are scanning the code, you're getting the ID of the label, including 1 digit that reflects how long it was above a certain temperature. The use, this is for the first question. For the second question, the use of those labels can be all over. It can be from the manufacturer to the distribution center. It can be from the manufacturer center, from the distribution center to the store, or it can be from the store to the customer. So you can use it everywhere. You can use our own software suite, which includes the smartphone application or the HTML access into the data and the data system, or you can incorporate it into your application. So how we are supplying you the way how to scan this barcode and how to decipher the code, and you can do a pilot wherever you want, whenever you want, in every segment of the logistic that you want.
Thank you, Yaron.
You're very welcome.
All right, we've got a couple of questions for some startups from Rubén González. He's from Mau San Miguel, one of the most important brewery companies in Spain. So, ¿Quieres hacerla por aquí, Rubén, por aquí en directo? Me las estás escribiendo, ¿no? Un momento.
Que lo tenía silenciado, disculpar, ahí, okay. No me había dado cuenta. Sí, he puesto las preguntas ahí, pero
okay.
Como queráis, ahí, no sé.
Como tú prefieres, estoy mirándolo ahora.
Sí.
O sea, para barcode sería la primera, ¿no?
Congratulations for the presentation. It's amazing, all the presentation. I have a question for 2 startups. The first one is for the smart tags. And the question is, for reusable products, returnable, how it's managed? I mean, we have to reset the tags every cycle, or we can take out every time and put one again. And another question is the unitary costs of the unit cost for this, because you said that is 90% of less cost than another solutions, but I would like to know the order of the price for this solution. Thank you.
So it was for barcode?
Yeah, I guess so.
Exactly, sí.
Yeah, so the cost of those tags to monitor temperature goes between, in a large quantities, it can go up to 50 cents. For smaller quantities, it can be between $2 US to 50 US cents, which is extremely lower than any other solution. And this is not only the what we are offering in that price. You're getting the tag, you're getting the software in the smartphone, and you're getting the data system. So you don't need to invest additional in software or in hardware. So the complete total cost of ownership, it's very low. And the use of this product is very simple, because unlike electronic temperature recorder, when you need to train people and you need to have some devices and it takes time to download, this is like any barcode scanning. You don't need to do nothing. It's in a sub-second and you're getting the information.
Okay, and with regard to the other question, it's about would it have to be reset or removed in each cycle, the information in this tag?
I'm not sure that I understand. Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, he was asking in terms of the tax for returnable products, if you have to reset in each cycle the information of this tag.
No, the tag is a single use. It's a
single use. All right.
So you have this. In order to activate it, you are pulling the tab, and now it's activated, and that's it. And it's for a single use.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We've got another question from Eroski, one of the retailers being part of the session. So, Unai, ¿quieres formular tú la pregunta?
Yeah, I can do it. My question was for Piki. Okay. You said that you can use your wearable devices for many things. And one of them was for optimizing the picking, right, for the workers in the store. What are the efficiencies in comparison with other traditional handheld devices that you can achieve? From the other hand, what's your go-to-market strategy, right? Because you mentioned the Zebra in your presentation, but I don't know if you are the ones getting the agreements with the retailer, or do you use other distributors according to what market we are talking about. And those were my couple of questions for Piki.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. First, the existing scanner provided data about the barcode only. So you have a timestamp and the barcode. And what we do, for example, if you use store walkers with our devices, then each time they put an item on the shelf, we can see it. We can see that what item was put on what shelf in what timestamp, of course. So you have a store planogram. When you start picking these items, then it's not only scanning, you see that the actual item is in your hand as put in another position. So we have an accurate data about the actual, the action which has been made, which is very important, for example, for ultra-fast deliveries. If you have only 15 minutes, like in delivery in UK, from ordering to delivery, then there is no time for mistakes. So if you scan an item, but not taking it, or scan item taking another item, you don't get an alert for that. Next time you know about it is when the customer complains about the missing item, and actually you don't have any documentation for that. So because of the position, the source of the data, this is the device, and this is the source of the data, the camera. So the camera completes the entire data that you need. It's not only identification, you know the entire action which is made with these items. So you can meet customer complaints, you have data about how the store behaves, and you have the planogram of the items. I hope I answered the first question. About the second one, our go-to-market, we have two approaches. First one is going with scanners manufacturers. For example, this is the device of Newland. So they provide us with the wearable device, and we provide what we call the clip. This is the camera or the sensor. It now comprises only a camera, but our next version will be ready with 2 weeks. It will have a scanner as well. So any kind of data which is relevant can be captured from this perspective, from the hand perspective. So this is one approach. The second one is going with integrators. So integrators selling to retailers, large chains will be our customers, and they will be our distribution channels. In the short term, because we are in a pilot mode now, we do negotiate, or we do contact retailers themselves, and we contact the chains. So now we are, of course, engaged with a few TPS here in Israel and also in the United States, looking for others as well. So we have direct sales, but in the future, going through distributors, as we said.
Thanks, Omar.
Thank you.
Okay, no sé si, Unai, ¿tenías otra pregunta para otra startup o eran solamente dirigidas a Picking?
Bueno, prefiero que algún compañero pregunte también. No te preocupes.
Vale.
Veo que Rubén tiene otra pregunta.
Rubén también tiene otra pregunta, o sea que estáis los dos. Bueno, no sé si...
sí, pero dejo también, por si alguien más quiere preguntar, le he puesto ahí por si sobra tiempo.
Vale, por ejemplo, diríamos, no sé si Carles o Gonzalo, otros retailers, si tenéis alguna pregunta, hablar ahora o callar para siempre, ¿no?
No callar para siempre. Pueden pedir reuniones y les ayudamos.
Sí, sí. No,
por mi parte, no, en principio no hay dudas así como para preguntar, o sea que gracias.
Perfecto.
Bueno, Rubén.
Vamos a darle... no, espera, Carlos está silenciado. No sé si querías decir algo.
Perdonad. The question is addressed to P-Kate, abundando en lo que comentaba el compañero de Roski. In the store picking process, the first step to solve is the location of the product in the store. How do you cover it, Omer?
So the locations on the store, if you would like to build the planogram, if it's not on your POS, then if we can have identifiers throughout the shelves. So each time that you take in your hand toward the shelf, automatically we can see the shelf itself. So when there is an identifier, we can see in what position the item was put above the shelf. So therefore we can build the entire planogram. And on top of that, we are in our product plan, we will use beacons in order to know where the picker is within the store. So we know the location of the picker, we know the items when they are put, where they're stocking on the shelves, and we know from which shelf these items were taken from. And of course, if you're going with a multi-cart solution, so you're actually picking from several customers, so we can differentiate between these cards. So if, for example, you have a blue, green, and red spots for putting the items, we can see that these items are put in the right position, and then you can deliver them to the correct customers. So again, it's a lot of data generated. When we take pictures, we see everything, we see shelves, we see items, we see locations, and we can get some more helpful data in order to position ourselves within the store.
Okay. ¿Todo claro, Carlos? Okay. Vale, two last questions. The first one, well, we come back to Ruben. This question is for Seaborg. What are the main difference between your solution and Amazon Go's solution besides the thing with the cameras? Could you please answer this? Thank you.
Yes, great question. Actually, the solution of Amazon Go is very impressive, but it doesn't work. They based on the same technology that autonomous car using. It's 100 times more difficult to identify what product, who are you and what product you took from the shelf, then to operate autonomous car. And what we did, we simplified the challenge, and one person, one consumer, standing in front of one shelf, one door. So it's much easier, and it's 100% accurate, almost 100% accurate. The accuracy of Amazon Go is about between 60% to 80%. So they need many people behind cameras to fix the cards, okay? So if you look at the reports, you will find that in the autonomous shop, there is 3 times more manpower than in a normal shop, a classic shop, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the main difference. We are using load cells to measure weight, and we make a validation with cameras, but it's only validation. We immediately check what you took, from what cell, and how much. We just measure weight. This is the main difference.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And well, last question. I don't know if someone like Coral has any question, but if not, Unai, si quieres hacer tu última pregunta y con esto terminamos, si no hay más preguntas.
Okay, well, I noted another question for Seawork. You mentioned 100K to start, touching and using the service product, but what level of assortment does the shop need to have? Are we talking about 500 different products, 200, 5,000? What's the size of the store you usually start digitalizing?
Yes, okay. A sample store is $100,000 US. It's including the hardware, the smart lockers, or smart freezer or smart chiller. It's the same pricing. And all the hardware and all the software needed. Everything for a 30-meter shop. And in a 30-meter shop, you can use 400 different barcodes, depend the product size. But in a normal grocery, it's about 400 different barcodes.
400 SKUs, right?
Yes, SKUs, yes.
And 30 square meters, you mentioned.
Okay. Yes.
Thanks.
Ok, no sé si son las 12, estamos fuera de tiempo, no sé si también tenemos aquí a Laia de Torres, no sé si alguien tiene alguna última pregunta para ellos.
¿No? Yo en principio no, pero muy bien todas las presentaciones, gracias. Laia.
Muy bien, gracias Laia. Okay, so I think that was very, very clear, and I think that I guess that you're gonna share the presentations as well. So, am I right?
We will share. We can share with you the link to this recording.
All right.
And later
Great.
on, you can see
Great.
that if any, we'll be happy to connect between the companies from both sides and facilitate specific meetings, or if you're looking for any other solutions, etc. So yes.
Yeah, I mentioned that because especially for the contact details of the startups in order to contact straight away with them. But well, we will make
it has all the contacts, but
yeah.
No problem. We can send you the contact
information.
Well,
we have your contact, so
yeah.
We can do
no
by
problem.
means of you, so no problem. Okay, thank you so much, Toda. And it was great, and we will share all the information with the full Open Innovation platform with all our members, the ones even they were not able to be here today, but I'm sure that we'll keep working together. And thank you for sharing your amazing projects.
Thank you, Albert, and thank you, Jordi.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us.
Gracias a todos por asistir.
Thank you, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Pues muchas gracias, Verónica, Noa. Nosotros, como dijimos, compartiremos la información con el link del record y